Alright, imagine this. You wake up one morning, check the time, and everything feels normal. But then you look outside, and the sun is rising in the west. Birds are flying in weird directions. The weather app on your phone has completely lost its mind. And somewhere, deep in a NASA control room, alarms are blaring while a bunch of scientists collectively scream, "Oh no!" Because in this scenario, the Earth, our dear, dependable, mostly predictable Earth, has suddenly decided, you know what? I think I'll spin the other way today. Bad news. This is not a minor inconvenience. It's not like your GPS just needs an update or the stock market got a little weird. If the Earth's rotation reversed suddenly, we're talking about the single most chaotic Monday morning in human history. Let's break it down. First, we need to talk about physics. Right now, the Earth is spinning eastward at about 1,670 kilometers per hour. That's over 1,000 miles per hour if you're thinking in freedom units. Everything on the planet, including you, your house, and that weird neighbor who mows his lawn at 2 a.m., is moving with it. You don't feel it because, well, we're all in it together. But the moment the planet suddenly slams into reverse, that's like being in a car going 1,000 miles per hour and then slamming it into reverse without slowing down first. Newton's first law says objects in motion stay in motion. So if the planet stops and switches directions instantly, everything on the surface that was moving eastward keeps going eastward at 1,670 kilometers per hour. That includes the atmosphere. The result? A global windstorm of apocalyptic proportions. Cities would be flattened. Oceans would slosh violently over continents. And if you happen to be outside, well, let's just say you'd get launched like a very unfortunate frisbee. Now, if somehow the reversal was gradual, say over thousands or millions of years, we wouldn't get instant planetary whiplash. But we'd still be in for some serious weirdness. You know how the sun rises in the east and sets in the west? Well, not anymore. Now, it's doing the exact opposite. This might sound like a minor inconvenience, but let's think about what this really means. For billions of years, Earth's climate, wind patterns, and ocean currents have all been shaped by the direction of its rotation. The planet isn't just spinning for fun. It's basically a giant, rotating heat engine, and switching its direction is like yanking a steering wheel in the middle of a highway. The result? Absolute meteorological chaos. Right now, thanks to Earth's spin, we have a lovely system of predictable ocean currents that keep our planet livable. Warm water moves from the equator toward the poles, cold water moves back down, and everything stays in a nice, balanced cycle. Reverse the spin, say goodbye to that balance. The Gulf Stream, the warm ocean current that keeps Europe from freezing, gone. Now, instead of warm tropical waters flowing toward places like Britain and France, they're going the other way, and Europe suddenly feels like Siberia. Meanwhile, deserts like the Sahara might turn into lush rainforests because the reverse spin completely flips how moisture moves around the planet. And the Amazon rainforest, it might dry out into a desert. We're talking massive changes in climate. Entire ecosystems getting swapped, monsoons hitting places they've never hit before, and cities that were once temperate suddenly experiencing brutal winters or scorching summers. And then, of course, there's the storms. Hurricanes exist because the Earth spins, which causes the Coriolis effect. This is what makes storms in the northern hemisphere rotate counterclockwise and storms in the southern hemisphere rotate clockwise. Flip the spin? Every single storm now spins the opposite way. Oh, and also, the places that usually don't get hurricanes, they might start getting them now. The ones that already get hurricanes, they're in for an even wilder ride. Congratulations, Florida. You thought you had bad hurricanes before? Now they're coming from both directions. Nature has had millions of years to get used to Earth spinning the way it does. Birds, for example, navigate using the planet's magnetic field and familiar wind patterns. Suddenly changing those patterns would be like completely scrambling Google Maps and telling birds, "Good luck, figure it out." Migratory species would get hopelessly lost. Salmon trying to swim upstream, now they don't know where upstream is. Whales that rely on ocean currents for migration, now they're just kind of aimlessly floating around like confused commuters after a train delay. Some species might adapt, but a lot would struggle. The food chain would be in serious trouble. Here's the thing. If Earth's reversal happened gradually over millions of years, we could adapt. We'd have time to move cities, adjust our food production, and get used to the sun rising from the wrong direction. But if it happened suddenly, well, we'd be too busy getting thrown into the nearest wall at 1,670 kilometers per hour to really care. But let's say we somehow survived that initial catastrophe. Society would have to deal with the fact that, one, our technology, like satellite systems and GPS, was built with normal Earth rotation in mind. Second, our global agriculture would be thrown into chaos as climates shifted unpredictably. Third, our entire cities would have to be abandoned due to extreme weather changes. Basically, civilization as we know it would be completely unrecognizable. And that's assuming we even make it that far. If Earth's rotation reversed over millions of years, it wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world. Some deserts might become green, some forests might become deserts, and the climate would look very different, but life would adapt. Plus, reversing the spin wouldn't change things like gravity or the length of the day. Still 24 hours, just flipped. So if we had time to prepare, humanity might be able to roll with the changes. But if it happened instantly, well, let's just say the dinosaurs had a better exit plan than we would. So let's all take a moment to appreciate the fact that Earth is spinning exactly the way it's supposed to. Because if it ever changes its mind, we're in for the most chaotic day in history. If you enjoyed this wild thought experiment, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into absurd science. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.